Welcome back. It is time for another game. Game 2 actually in the Clan War. Uh, this time I have with me the winner of the first game from the Mad Dogs, Mr.
Bill.
Bill Jr. So tell us about your game. How did it feel?
Felt great. I found out that I blundered turn one using my Tessin after the action window had already passed when I was trying to steal favor, which I knew was important because he's playing Totori, he's playing Censure. So I wanted to deny favor, steal it if possible. Um, but aside from that blunder, I feel like I played the game pretty well. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, that was our analysis from our point of view as well. We thought the Alliantessen play was just an assertion of dominance, but I guess we take your word for it. But this time we
After
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
the only other mistake I feel I made was the last turn. I should have bought those characters with no fate to
Mhm.
save an extra two fate in my bank, so I would have more options. But it turns out his hand was entirely dead, so I didn't get punished.
Yeah, sometimes you need luck in your games to win, but I think you play the game well enough. Well enough. But let's get on with the second game, and this time we have Daniel Ramirez, also known as Perios of the Rukagana Maddox, playing Phoenix versus Kailam Dale, also known as Kailam PD, for No Panel Pizza for Lion. Let's have a quick look at how they did in the Swiss actually. So both Ramirez went 5-2, and Kailam went also 5-2, so equal in skill. Probably reasonable since they're at the same place in the bracket. Let's have a quick look at the bracket. And the bracket is, let's see, here we go. Ramirez and Kailam, and the winner gets to play Javier Quirol in the round 32. Do you have any experience with these players?
I don't. I've been largely out of the scene for almost 2 years now. These last couple of months are pretty much the only games I've played. Um, so I'm not too familiar with the scene.
All right, but you made a great comeback, getting into the top 32 here in the Clan Wars. So we're glad to have you.
One thing I do believe is, from what I understand, Iron Lion has a pretty good matchup against Phoenix, I believe. So it's going to be a bit tough for our Phoenix player potentially.
Probably.
Is Kailam on our line?
Speaking of which, let's have a quick look at the deck lists before the game starts. Let's start with the Lion deck for Kailam. It is Seeker of Air, Before the Throne, Ken's Nagaka, Spectral Visitation, Shameful Display, Art of War. Nothing new here. And it is Crab Splash. So, yeah, this looks to me like Honor deck, Honor deck.
Yep.
Any thoughts on this deck? There are some interesting splash choices here, I think.
Apprentice Engineer is a card I've not seen in a deck.
Really? It is. I assume it is to find the battlefield's exposed courtyard. Of course, is huge, and it's another body. Conflict characters are always good. Gonna be interesting to see how much use Killum can get out of it. But are there any other outliers? You, the line player, maybe see anything special?
Looking through, for Honor Line, it seems pretty reasonable. Most of the conflict deck seems to either gain honor or gain tempo, which is what you need.
Yeah, that is basically the whole game plan of the honor deck. You trying to find all the cards that give you honor or cards that stop you from dying.
Yeah, or cards that draw into other cards because you draw so few.
Yeah, and of course, Lion have lots of that stuff. We have exposed courtyard, we have master tactician, we have tactical ingenuity as the restricted card.
Yep, logistics to cycle, especially nice now with the exposed courtyard and that interaction, helping you draw through extra cards.
For sure. We also see the new, or quote unquote new, Spirit Caller Prodigy making an appearance. Have you tried this card? Anything?
I would only play it in Honor Line right now, I think, where effectively it's great because it can gain you 2 honor in a turn. You honor it with one of your many effects that honor characters that you play, sacrifice it, gain an honor there, and then put another body into play that gives you an honor automatically. So 2 honor and participation in 2 conflicts for 1 card is huge.
Pretty decent. I hear from Eric in the chat that you're a fan of 1x cards in decks, and this deck looks to me that it doesn't have any.
This deck doesn't draw enough cards, I think, to play a toolbox.
So it doesn't get the Bill Jr. seal of approval, as Eric names it.
No, you need to be in a bid 5 deck in order to play the toolbox.
For sure, for sure. All right, let's have a look at the Phoenix deck from our boy, the Doggerburb Prurios. It's Kidnisawa, Seeker of Air, Fertile Fields, Manicure Garden, Upholding Authority, Korimori, Retired to the Brotherhood. And it's Lion Splash, of course. We all know and love this deck that we have seen for quite a while. Do you have an experience playing against this deck that's just coming back into the scene?
No, the last time I had experience with Bird was in the pre-restricted list days, in the long time ago's, when it was super overpowered. It's a really fun card, so it's fun to see it back in action.
Yeah, it enables. I mean, it was a super broken deck, but it's a very fun deck because it enables this toolbox gameplay that we didn't really see before in Elfagar outside of like cavalry reserves. You have these one-offs, Ugina, you have two-offs of a lot of toolbox characters that you don't want to see all the time, and you get so much value out of that charge, Forebear's Echoes.
Yeah, and the game plan here is definitely going to be beat a race to try to break as fast as possible.
Yeah, for Pririos, I think he's gonna need to mulligan for Forgotten Libraries, try to draw all the cards, and of course find those Fushichos, Forebearers. Cloud of Mind could be huge. There are some reasonable cloud targets in the Lion deck, I think. We have, for example, Totori, if he is bought with Fate. That's a great cloud target. Camel Unleashed, of course, or maybe the most prominent one, Kitsu Spirit Caller.
Yeah, because is our Honor playing any attachment removal?
Just Prepare for War, which is pseudo attachment removal, I guess, but mostly used for honoring, I assume.
Yeah,
Of course, it only honors commanders, and the commanders we have are Master Tactician, we have Motso, and that
Centauro.
Centaur, yeah. And that is 3, 6, 9 commanders, so a reasonable amount. So many threes. Wow. Honor Blade is also an interesting card for Honor Lion, I think, because you usually see it played on a character you own, but it can also be played on an opponent's character. Because if you don't win that many conflicts as Honor Lion, so if your opponent is winning conflicts, they can give you honor, which is quite a cheeky play, I think.
Definitely. Both decks are very expensive in their conflict decks, so Fate management and getting passing Fate and Ring Fate is going to be a big deal here as well.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable analysis, and I think actually Purios has a bit of an advantage there. If Manicured Garden is found, he could. That maybe means that Kailam is gonna be farming there, so Purios might be getting ahead in the economy there. Also, Kurimori could be used to stop some bad conflicts. Okay, we have the game about to be up. And war. So, any predictions? What are your predictions for this game?
I mean, Mad Dogs are going to win every time.
Of course, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah, fair and balanced prediction only.
We do see some Mad Dog hype in the chat as well. We have Stilo sticking it out for us. and some guy named Boilet Fire. I'm not sure who you are, but I like the hype. Alright, so again we have Daniel Ramirez for the Mad Dogs versus Kailam Dale for the Pineapple team. Or the no pineapple team, actually. They don't like pineapples. They don't like fruit. They don't like any fruit, I heard. They are very anti-fruit.
They do know tomatoes a fruit, I hope.
Hopefully. I like my pizzas with tomato. Alright, the game is up. And they are ready to go. Go, go, go. Good luck, have fun to both players, but mostly to Prairies. Let's go.
As much luck and fun as they can have while losing.
Yeah. That's a good skill to have in Alpha War, actually. To have fun while losing. Especially when playing Unicorn. Good Omen is almost ready, waiting for the Spanish stream. A bit behind, we started a bit early in the English stream. Rubik's Alpha War, getting the reference, I like it. Reference to my username. Me and Zilo talked earlier in your game about how you use your real name as your username and how it's kind of classy.
Yes. Kind of by accident, I guess. My original experience with Discord was only as a voice chat service. So, yeah, it ended up being my real name as my name, and I was just too lazy to change it.
Makes sense, makes sense. Alright, we're into game. Do I have the zoom in correct? I think so. Let's zoom in a bit more. And let's get this show started. So Prurios mulliganing 2 and getting the first player. That's good for us.
Yes, I lost the coin flip. That was very small brain of me in my game.
But we saw it at this. You were being nice to Martin, giving him a chance. Oh yeah, let's have a quick look at how many assassinations there are in the... There are no assassinations in the Kudnisawa deck. Good to know.
It's actually kind of nice. He'll find himself in some low honor situations, so he won't have to worry about being dishonored out.
Yeah, there's always a possibility against honor
So we
line.
have one library. That's nice.
Yeah, pretty decent start for Prurios. He finds an Ethereal Dreamer, which is probably the... Or maybe the student to... No, yes, Kailam has a favorable ground, so probably a Dreamer for Prurios. And for Kailam, we're probably gonna see either the Prodigy or the Chronicler or both.
Likely both, since they're so cheap.
Yeah. With 1 or 2 Fate, I think we could see the Chronicler with 2 Fate because of the no assassination. But we do see the Student of Ta for Prurios. This isn't Dirty Deeds, this is Clean Deeds, yeah. I've rebranded. I have to go with the nice white color that my name is now. The RL card for Phoenix is the Consumed by 5 Fires, which is going to be not that useful here, I think.
Nice call.
So 2 Fates on the Chronicler, as we predicted. Ooh, and Imperios with the spicy 2-bid.
I like that.
Yeah, try to get some card advantage at least. We see Dreamer going on air, seems like a good choice. We might see that as a first military conflict, since Kailam has literally no military defense here.
Yeah, and I think you want to break that favorable ground, take the battleground away for future turns if possible.
Yeah, and if it's Art of War under, that's also super fine. Oh, it's before it's wrong. I agree, Dario. I've seen some bird decks on display as well. It's expensive, but it could be really strong in this matchup. Alright, I don't think Traders wants to break this province. It's one of the better ones in the row, I think.
No, take an easy win, steal an honor.
Kailam back down to 15. And now I think we might see Earth. Okay. Try to mitigate the card disadvantage here that you are getting from bidding 1. But he most likely will not win this conflict, I assume. Yeah, Student of the Tau buy is actually pretty good because it could turn into a Taraka later.
Yep, and it's pretty likely he'll be able to either Clarity of Purpose or uh, Against the Waves here to get another conflict in.
Yeah. And we see Manicure Gardens, so a lot of fate here for Pririos, which is probably pretty good. Means that he
It's
can,
it's great.
yeah, he can probably play the Tataka here if he has one.
Yep, start getting fate advantage. Maintain some card advantage with the library. I don't think you could ask for a much better start for Phoenix.
Yeah, for sure. In these low hand matches, the Dynasty deck is really important, and with that comes the importance of fate. So this is a great start for Pririos, and we also see the court games. And we see a Dishonor court game from Kailam. That is interesting. I think you wanted every honor token you could get in the honor line.
I think he values trying to win the Earth Ring over the 1 point of honor.
Let's see if Priros has any political pumps. He's considering something. Oh, we see a Shrine Maiden, and Shrine Maiden finds just a walking away, discarding Censure in court games. Probably gets him the win, but that's not the best Shrine Maiden I've seen. Logistics getting used, so filtering some cards.
Does Lion have a way to win this conflict outside of a conflict character?
I think a Tessen, if he wants to waste that, but no, he has Ornate fans, okay. But that's pretty much it. Not worth it. So that's a win for Pririos, and that's a great win. And we do see the Tadaka. Awesome. This guy is Tadaka.
Very nice.
And it's going to be a discarded card for Kailam because we have the student in the discard pile, of course. And we might see Firing. Yeah, good choice, I think.
Yeah, build up the skill for next turn.
I'd consider dishonoring one of Kailam's characters to lower the honor total. We see a move in to prevent the unoppose. Pririos with a huge pain, yeah, of course. He's a Mad Dog after all.
Didn't use Tadaka.
Oh, yeah, he passed. He's just waiting for Kailam to get rid of his bad cards, I think. No, he passes again, okay.
Is Tadaka during conflict only, right?
Yeah. So we see a bit of a misplay from Pririos. More like
Yeah.
he wants Kailam to catch up a bit, I think.
Being sporting. His start was very good.
Yeah, it's only fair. Kailam passes his conflict.
Yeah, I like honoring Tadaka here for the stats. Just make it harder for the opposing player to win conflicts.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And you, with no cards in hand, you need the stats on the bodies. You don't give honor decks an inch, or they'll just vanish in honor. That's been my experience as well, Dario, but we'll have to see. Okay, so we see a Spirit Caller, Method Tactician, and a Chronicler. So probably a Chronicler and Spirit Caller for Kailam. And ooh, this Uona could be huge, bowing the Spirit Call. Or is Yuna participating only? It's only participating. Okay, so we might see Yuna anyways, though. What do you think
Yeah.
Kailam buys here?
Mm, I like buying the small character, keeping more fate, and then having bodies that you can potentially uh, bring out with four bears.
Sounds good. Um, it's giving it a bit of a think here. We do see the Chronicler with 2 fate, yeah. No assassination, so that's gonna be another 2 honor this turn for Kailam.
Yep, and found another battleground here. So the free honor is going to keep rolling in every turn. This is where the clock's really ticking now.
Yeah, up to 17 from just the triggers. And then maybe a Kami up to 19. We'll have to see. See Yona with 2 fates. Oh yeah, Yona is going to be great against this Master Tactician.
Oh, wow. Tactician
And we do,
bottoming out on fate.
yeah, super expensive. And we do know about the Walking the Way in the hand of Prerios, so he has an air card. A bit of a greedy play from Kailam here, I think.
Yeah, because if those cards on top of his conflict deck cost fate, then Master Tactician is basically a blank 5/5 that's going to get bowed by Yuona.
Good investment, as we say in the business.
Particularly with the fate on rings not being especially useful to the honor plan right now. So he
Yeah,
either has to choose between air, earth, or fire, which are the primary rings he wants, or getting fate to enable him to play cards.
Dario also pointing out that if you count the fate on land characters, it equals 5, and there's a certain card that removes 5 fate from characters. Hint, hint.
And going back to Garden to turn it on.
Land players are so nice. They're like so honorable, giving you the fate.
Yeah, so we see here he's going air when he really needs to pick up some fate.
Yeah, and I'm not sure he's gonna win this conflict. We see Taraka and the Shrine Maiden defending. No? Hmm. Considering leaving Taraka out? No. Taraka stays in, and he can discard all 4 actually to find all the cards in Kailam's hand, I think. Because all of these are kind of useless.
Yeah, still would have been much better to have discarded a random one last turn and then look at all 3 this turn, but hey, sportsmanship.
Yeah. Taraka is of course kind of a feel bad card, so very nice of Helios to keep the spirit of the game high. He's considering defending with just Taraka.
Yeah, we've already seen 2 court games out of line, and they are about to discard cards to Tadaka, so it should be safe, but
And he forgets Taraka again. He passes again.
yeah,
No,
why is he
Helios.
not using Tadaka?
Discard the cards, please. Do we see an Ornate Fan from Kailam here? Because that's the only critical pump that he has. I don't think he wants to use the Fairy Ball. Yeah. Just a pass, everything gets bowed. Probably an Against the Waves here. No, pass. Ooh. So this is giving Kailam a bit of an opportunity here.
A lot, yeah.
This Void Ring is huge here, opening up a kill on Taraka. And it is gonna be a Void Ring, going back to Mannequin Garden.
So if we don't see a 5 fires this turn, things are looking extremely dire for the Phoenix player.
Yeah, for sure. That's gonna be 2 more honor next turn, plus the honor token on the Chronicler, so that's up to 20 at the end of next turn, if nothing else happens. There's the Walking the Way to bow, so he's fine. for now.
It could be a common cause.
Do we see any censures? Yeah, 3 censures in the Phoenix deck. And we find a bird. The bird is here. Honor Blade going on Yona. Alright. No Taraka again. Taraka is busy studying Maho in the Shadowlands, so he can't discard cards. Trios passes again.
You're missing out on these discards is it's really adding up.
Yeah.
You could have a large hand advantage now, but it doesn't.
We see a censure on the common cost though, that's pretty huge. I think that censure was super important because it really keeps Pyrgos in the game here, keeping Taraka alive. But yeah, as has been said, he really needs to start breaking promises soon because that honor total is just gonna tick up.
Yeah, he needs to break. He needs to start using this Tadaka.
Maybe it's like a master plan that Kailam needs to think that his cards are actually usable, while Pyrgos knows that cards are worthless. So it doesn't matter that he discards them. Could be an option. Don't diss our players, Christian. As I said, it's the master plan. Yeah, as I said, this is obviously just a bait to bait Kailam into attacking, so Pyrgos could get favor. Ooh, but that's a terrible flop for Pyrgos. See only on Yuona. Well, the library is still there, and we see the Imperial Storehouse. And for Lion, of course, the Prodigy. And the Centauro. Oh, we see Centauro with no fate. Interesting. What do you think about that play?
Probably worth it to steal the library. But I don't know. I think it would have been better to play him for free over the Tactician, just to unbow.
Yeah.
Because Lion's in a position where they could put on real pressure this turn.
Up to 20 with the Chroniclers, and then maybe 21 with the Honor Blade on the Rona.
22 from the honored character leading play, and then any honor from cards in hand or off the top, plus the threats of winning conflicts that Phoenix has to deal with.
Yes, as has been mentioned in chat, this is Pyrgos' first cut. I think it's his first cut ever, as Cielo says. So it's quite reasonable that he is super nervous. He has said so in chat, in clan chat. So nerves are a big part of this game, especially in the top cut and being on stream.
For sure.
We see Pyrgos sitting on 13 Fate though. Ooh, we see Art of War. I found out the master plan. He's not discarding cards because that means that Kailam could use them with exposed courtyard. That's the big brain play. So smart. We see a defense with the master tactician. Get to play some free cards.
Yep, and then he can trigger both his Chronicler's favorable ground out, draw the 3 cards.
But we're gonna see a big defense here instead. We're gonna see the Way of the Lion get played. Interesting. And here comes the Echoes. Oh, this is actually kind of huge because if Kailam doesn't have any more battlefields, this favorable ground is going away. So Pyrgos kind of needs to use Tadaka here to find those battlefields in the hand. I think we might see Tsuki making an appearance here.
Yeah, that would be the best pickup.
Getting rid of the Chronicler and the Prodigy, maybe? I have to see. Kailam is taking his time, considering what to do with his 4 cards in hand.
Plus whatever's on top.
Might be the time to not use Tadaka. Yeah, sure. Save it. Find some more cards. I can see it. Kailam passes. We use Tadaka. Awesome.
All right.
We're getting there. So we see all the 4 cards. So we have perfect information.
I promise we'll be drawing 3 more, but hey, we're pressing the buttons
Yeah.
where we're getting the advantages that we can get.
Ooh, that's an interesting hand. So Unleashed, Prepare Ambush, and we have the Lion still left in the hand after this, discarding the Spirit Called Prodigy. I like that play.
Yeah, especially with 2 Fate on the Water Ring up for grabs and Fate on the rest of the rings.
Yeah, I could see the discard of the Prepared Ambush as well, but as we said, Kailam drew 3 more cards, so there's a big chance that there's another battlefield in there.
So I think we should see Political Water with Centauro against the library just to steal it and to use the stronghold.
Yeah, that sounds good, because Pyrrhos can't really defend that.
Or
Because
you could go military with the Akoma Prodigy.
just to get the Fate.
Yeah. You have so many bodies, so it's a lot of options.
We're gonna see a double political attack fire, actually. Just to turn off Tsuki and perhaps get another honor token in play. The last provinces remaining on the row all gain honor for Kailam. It is, as we said.
So you can burn a Fate off here with Suke.
No, it's the firing needs to be in the unclaimed ring pole, so Tsuki's already turned off, unfortunately. No, wait, it does work. Yeah. Never mind. No, it's contested now. Yeah. So it doesn't work. We do see the defense from Pyrrhos. And on the Shrine Maiden, finding my ancestral strength and against the waves. That's good. But that's all 3 censures gone now, I think. Yeah. There's the prepared ambush, and that is 2 more honor for Kailam. So up to 19 and then 20 with the Chronicler leaving play. So Kailam is getting there.
Yeah.
Ooh, and he's going for the win here as well. We see the Ornate Fan. getting played. But surely Prios has a storm or something here.
We've seen so little cards played out of him. I'm curious to see what he has.
No, we just get past. Ooh. So that's gonna be another honor. Hmm. Might see Centauro getting honored maybe? Or going on one of the dorks. Honoring Master Tactician, probably good choice. And this is going to be a rough defense for Prios on the military attack as well, because he can't really defend with Uona because that's another honor.
He needs to, against the waves, to Daka and go in and win Void here.
Yeah, that seems like a good choice. So Shameful and Kensen Nogaka left in the row. All are pretty bad hits. We'll have to see if Priros can trick his way out of this somehow. He also said, all the Johns coming out here, but he also said that he hasn't played against Honor decks at all, like the Honor deck at all. He has played against it once, maybe, in a test game. So maybe he doesn't know how fast it actually goes.
He's scouting.
Ooh, and it's Kensen. So that's maybe a defense from the Prodigy. Yeah, I think Before the Throne would have been worse, actually. Attacking just before the throne. But Kensen Nogaka is quite terrible as well.
Yeah. Not as bad as Shameful.
Okay, so we know Kailam's hand, except for 3 cards. He has the Unleashed in hand, so that's another 2 honors. So he has at 20, 22, 23 with the Chronicler trigger. All the Johns. And there we see the Apprentice Engineer to rebuild the battlefield, of course. To move in another character, move in the Chronicler Conquest perhaps. Yep. So I think what needs to happen here is Priros needs to break this, which it looks like he isn't. Because otherwise I don't think he has time. It's gonna be 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 with the thing.
Yeah, he has to win next turn somehow. Oh, ouch.
Yeah, no break here, unfortunately. And we might see. Yeah, Centaur is gonna steal the library, and I don't think Priros can defend here at all because that's well, he's dead anyways, but because of that Honor Blade. I see Kailam going in on that watering just to get the fate. Honor Blade OP. Yeah, it's basically pacifism, right? For one. But we're gonna see Rona defending anyways. Honorable. Defending your honor.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a way for Phoenix to stop this honor out. I don't think he was able to get enough pressure and tempo early. The
Yeah,
first two turns, not getting any breaks.
yeah, it went a bit slow. And looking at his what he has played, there aren't really any huge swing cards except for the forebears there. So yeah, he really needed to pressure more. And also, this flop wasn't great. Ending this turn at 10 fate is probably not what you want. Oh, yeah, no, was I thought Kailam was using the ancestral shrine, but I missaw. So Kailam up to 23, and with two honored characters on board, one of which is a Chronicler Conquests,
Yep, so effectively at 26.
plus the two from the Common Legion hand. So, and there's another Chronicler as well. And we do see a exposed courtyard as well. Could find a logistics or common cause to sacrifice to get the win in the conflict.
Yep, Chronicler triggers alone does it.
Alright, so what we need to see here for Tririos to perhaps win the game is two Cloud Mines and another Cloud for, no, all three Cloud Mines. And then win an Airing and a Firing.
Well, he won't be able to win airing on attack because Lion's first player and they'll attack airing for sure. So he has to cloud everything, defend air, and then somehow bleed honor off of line.
Oh yeah, Motso gets honored as well from the honored veterans. So, yeah. Panos, watch it. You might get banned. Those are some bad words to say. He's hating on dogs in chat.
Yeah, this is the, as I said from the onset, Honor Lion is a hard matchup for Phoenix, and then to compound your first ever cut game and playing on stream, and also having just a slow start does not put you in a good spot.
Yeah, lots of factors going against our boy Priros here, but it's a learning experience for him, and he has been doing great in our team. He has been super positive all the time, and a really nice guy. So he
5 and
has,
2 is nothing to sneeze at.
yeah, of course, in this clan war with some really great names. So he should be happy, really happy with this run, and we are not disappointed at all in what he has done. He has done great for this team again. And here we see the death knell. Kailam swinging in political air.
Yep. Just click the chroniclers, and that's all she wrote.
Click the things. Dot deck wins again. Non-biased, of course. Every strategy is equally awesome and interesting and fun to watch, of course, and such and such. I ate your candy Rubik's. It was delicious. Pririos considering every single possible way he could not die here, but I think he will find that it is quite impossible. Unless Kailam doesn't resolve the air ring and then he makes an illegal play and um,
I think the out here is for your opponent to have an illegal deck. I think that's the only out.
yeah. Do we really know that Kailam plays Chroniclers? I don't think that's very common in Honor Line, right? It's a very edge case card. It's also banned in Skirmish, so yeah, I think this might be illegal actually. We'll have to look into this.
There's one cloud.
We're getting there.
At this point, you just try to survive as long as you can,
Yeah.
just on principle.
He wants to stay in the cut for as long as possible, and there's the GG. So, very well played to both players. Congratulations to Kailam and the Pineapples on taking a win. And again, very well done, Pririos. We are very proud of you in the Mad Dogs. This will be a learning experience for you. Remembering Taraka and remembering to go fast.
Yeah, he already knows. But even with all that, his start being so slow, I don't know if he would have been able to stop the inexorable trickle of honor that the line got, especially seeing all three of those chroniclers.
Yeah, for sure. So that is. Let's just have a quick look at the standings before we take our leave. So Pineapple gets up to 74. They have quite a bit away to get up to the Cat's Eyes up at 83. But they are getting ahead of the Tanukis, who was also on 73. So um, sealing that fourth place currently.
Still in that honorable mention.
And again, a reminder who Kailam is playing. He's going to play Javier Quirol in the top 32 next week.
What's his deck look like, out of curiosity?
Let's have a quick look. Javier Quirol. It's Yoresel, so it's Dragon. And it is IMC. It's the new Dragon Stronghold with Crab Splash, Seeker. So 22 attachments plus Acolyte. Oh, it's basically test. Okay. Interesting. So that's going to be a fun interactive matchup.
It'll be similar to what we saw here, where it's the race versus the press the buttons, gain the honor.
Very cool. Very cool.
And both pineapple, so the little clan on interior clan killing here.
Bit of pizza on pizza action. I like it. All right, I'm gonna cut it here. Thanks and congratulations to your win. And yeah, hope you get the top 16 as well.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
And thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope to see you in some more games. Go Dogs. Good night.